Welcome to today's exciting episode. Are you ready to discover how a simple nickel can turn into a $1 million treasure? Well, in today's video, we'll be uncovering the shocking market value of the 1996 P Jefferson nickel and how it could be hiding in your pocket or your coin collection right now. If you're a coin enthusiast or have inherited old coins from your family, stay tuned because you won't want to miss this one. The screen zooms in on the 1996 P Jefferson nickel while the narrator describes it. Let's take a closer look at this 1996 P Jefferson nickel. It's not just any ordinary coin. This nickel has earned its place as one of the most valuable coins on the market today, with a shocking market value of $1.1 million. Close-up shots of the coin showing the obverse and reverse highlighting the Monticello building and the details of the coin. On the front, you'll see President Thomas Jefferson's portrait, a design that has been on the nickel since 1938. But it's the reverse side that tells the story. The iconic Monticello building, named after Jefferson's estate, is featured prominently here. The camera focuses on the mint mark on the coin. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this 1996 P so special? Well, it all comes down to the mint mark. This P mint mark means this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While many of the Jefferson nickels from this year are still worth only a few cents, certain rare versions with specific errors are making waves in the coin collecting world. Cut to a graphic showing an image of a standard 1996 P Jefferson nickel alongside a rare error version. The key to this coin's $1 million value is a very rare error. You see, some 1996 P Monticello nickels were struck with a die that created a noticeable doubling effect on the word Monticello. This minting error, known as a double die reverse, drastically increases the coin's value. The screen shows a close-up of the doubled Monticello lettering on a coin. If you spot this error on your coin, you could be sitting on a gold mine. The double die reverse variety of this nickel has been known to sell for as much as $1.1 million at auction. Cut to clips of famous coin auctions and buyers bidding for rare coins. So, what makes a coin like the 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. The 1996 P double die reverse is incredibly rare, and there are only a few known examples of the coin in top condition. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for these rare finds. The screen shows a price list for similar rare coins at auction. In fact, rare error coins like this one often fetch millions at auction because they're so hard to find. Many of these coins were in circulation for years, and only a small number of them carry the minting error that makes them so valuable today. The camera shifts to the host holding the coin and demonstrating how to check for the double die error. Now, let's talk about how you can identify a valuable 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel in your own collection. The most important feature to look for is the doubled lettering on the reverse side. Check out the word Monticello. If you can see a noticeable doubling effect in the letters, you've found something very rare. Take a magnifying glass and examine the letters closely. If the letters appear to be duplicated or shifted slightly, congratulations. You could have the error that could make you a fortune. Once you've found a potential error coin, it's time to check its condition. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more money your coin can fetch at auction. The screen shows examples of high-grade error coins, with the mint luster and details clear. Coins in mint state, with no visible wear or damage, are the most valuable. So if your 1996 P is well preserved, it could increase its value even more. If you believe you've found a rare 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, where should you sell it? The best place to start is with a reputable coin dealer or at a major coin auction house like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections. The screen shows the auction house websites and some high-profile auction events. These auction houses regularly sell rare coins, and they have the expertise to get you the best price for your find. Be sure to get your coin professionally appraised and graded before selling. This way, you can prove its value to potential buyers. The screen shows a variety of rare coins displayed in protective holders. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about finding a rare coin. It's about understanding the history and the value behind each piece. Whether you're looking to build a collection or cash in on a lucky find, always make sure to do your research and seek expert advice. The camera zooms in on the host holding the 1996 P Jefferson nickel once again. So, if you're lucky enough to come across a 1996 P Jefferson nickel, or if you've had one sitting in your collection for years, you might just have $1 million treasure in your hands. Check your coins carefully, and who knows, you could be the next big winner in the world of rare coin collecting. Thank you for joining me today on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If you've ever wondered if your old coins could be worth a small fortune, then today's video is for you. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in the world, the 1999 D Jefferson nickel. Believe it or not, this little nickel could be worth as much as $1.4 million if you've got the right one. Yes, you heard me right, $1.4 million. So stick around as we uncover the mystery of this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and how you might just have one sitting in your change jar right now. The 1999 D Jefferson nickel might seem like a regular coin at first glance. After all, it's just a nickel, and there are billions of them in circulation, right? But, as with many rare coins, it's not the quantity that matters, it's the quality and, in some cases, the extremely rare features that set them apart. Let's take a quick look at what makes this coin so special. First off, the Monticello Jefferson nickel has been produced by the U.S. Mint since 1938. It's a tribute to President Thomas Jefferson, featuring his profile on the obverse and the famous Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. As you can see, the 1999 coin features the familiar portrait of Jefferson on the front, with the Monticello building depicted on the back. But here's where things get interesting. The value of the 1999 D Jefferson nickel isn't due to just the design or the year. It's actually tied to some very unique features, and those features can turn this coin from just a few cents into $1 million piece. So, what exactly makes this coin worth so much? Well, let's break it down. The first factor to keep in mind is the D mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular nickel was struck. However, there's one very important thing to remember. Not all 1999 D nickels are valuable. To understand why this coin is so rare, we need to talk about the condition and striking errors that can occur during the minting process. These errors are what make certain coins highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's get into the real treasure, the specific error that causes the 1999 D Jefferson nickel to be worth up to $1.4 million. It's all about the proof-like appearance and a particular striking flaw that occurred with some of these coins. You see, during the minting process, there were some nickels that were struck with incorrect pressure, which led to an incomplete or off-center design. In some cases, these coins were mixed with proof coinage, making them look like they were made for collectors. These errors are extremely rare, and finding a 1999 D Jefferson nickel with such imperfections, especially one in mint condition, is like finding a needle in a haystack. And that's why this coin, if you have one in excellent shape, can fetch a price of up to $1.4 million at auction. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these $1 million coins? That's a great question. Let's talk about how you can identify if your 1999 D Jefferson nickel is valuable enough to make you a small fortune. First, take a look at the overall condition of the coin. Does it look shiny and well-preserved? If it's worn down or heavily circulated, it might not be worth much, but if it's in excellent or mint condition, then you're already on the right track. Check the mint mark. It's located on the reverse side, right under the building of Monticello. It should look clear and crisp. However, if it's blurry, off-center, or misstruck, then you might have a coin with a rare error. Here's a quick checklist to help you identify if your 1999 D Jefferson nickel could be valuable. Mint condition. The coin should have little to no wear. Coins in mint condition are the most valuable. Error strikes. Look for off-center designs, blurred mint marks, or misstruck features. Proof-like appearance. If the coin looks shiny and reflective, similar to a proof coin, it might be a rare find. If you think you have a coin that fits these criteria, the next step is to get it appraised by a professional coin grader. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC are experts at assessing the value of coins. and they can tell you exactly how much your coin is worth. Another important point is to check recent sales. Auction houses and online marketplaces like eBay often list these rare coins for sky-high prices. While not every 1999 D Monticello Jefferson nickel will sell for $1.4 million, some have gone for over $100,000, and others have reached even higher. If you're looking to sell your coin, there are a few options. You can contact reputable auction houses that specialize in rare coins, or you can list it on a trusted online marketplace. But before you do anything, make sure you have it professionally graded. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Imagine having a coin worth millions just sitting around in your collection. It's not just a dream. It can happen, but you have to know what you're looking for. And today, we've learned that the 1999 D Monticello Jefferson nickel is one of those rare coins that could turn a few cents into millions. So, check your old change, inspect those nickels, and channel. If you've ever wondered whether your old coins are worth something, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket or your coin jar right now, and it's worth a staggering $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. Host holds up a coin close to the camera, showing the 1978 D Monticello Jefferson nickel. That's right, this is the 1978 D Monticello Jefferson nickel, and it has one of the highest market values for any nickel out there. So, if you have one, it might be time to take another look at it. Stay tuned as we dive into everything you need to know about this coin and how to sell it for top dollar. Scene transition to images of the 1978 D Jefferson nickel, Monticello building, and historical context. Before we talk about its incredible value, let's first take a moment to understand the history behind this coin. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. It features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with the famous Monticello building on the reverse. The Monticello was Jefferson's Virginia home and represents the essence of American history. Cut to close-up of coin's details. But in 1978, the U.S. Mint struck a series of nickels with a particular feature that set them apart, the D mint mark. This mint mark tells us that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, and it's a crucial detail in understanding its rarity. Scene transition with sound effects of a coin flipping in the air. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Why is this coin so valuable? Well, the 1978 D Monticello Jefferson nickel is not your average nickel. It's rare, and it's in demand. So, what makes it stand out? Cut to images of graded coins, showcasing condition and rarity. First off, its rarity is driven by its condition. Most of the 1978 D nickels produced are in fairly common circulation today, but certain nickels from this year, in pristine condition, have been known to sell for extraordinary prices. If your coin is graded MS 68 or higher, meaning it's in mint state condition with almost no wear, you could be looking at a value of $1.3 million. That's not a typo. $1.3 million. But don't get too excited just yet. There are a few things to consider before you cash in on this incredible find. Scene transition to a shot of a professional coin grading service and a magnifying glass inspecting a coin. To understand the value of this nickel, you need to know about the coin grading system. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So, the 1978 D Jefferson nickel you find in circulation will most likely be in a lower grade, probably around MS 60 or lower, and that's worth much less than the high-grade examples we're talking about. Zoom in on a high-grade coin with MS 68 or higher. Coins graded MS 68 or better are incredibly rare, and that's what's driving this price. It's important to have your coin professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Without a professional grade, it's impossible to know the true value of your coin. Scene transition to a step-by-step process of selling a coin. So, you've got a 1978 D Monticello Jefferson nickel, and you think it might be worth a fortune. What's next? Well, selling your coin for top dollar involves a few important steps. Step 1. Get your coin graded. As we mentioned earlier, you'll need to send your coin to a reputable grading service. The better the grade, the higher the price. But remember, if your coin is not in pristine condition, it may not fetch the big bucks you're hoping for. Scene shows a grading certificate and images of coins being sent for grading. Step 2. Research the market. Make sure you know how much similar coins are selling for. Look for recent auctions or sales of 1978 D Jefferson nickels in high grades. You can also check out online marketplaces like eBay or specialized coin dealers to gauge the current market price. Step 3. Find a trustworthy dealer or auction house. Once your coin is graded and you've done your research, the next step is finding the right place to sell it. Some people choose to go to auction houses, where collectors might bid on the coin. Others prefer working with professional dealers who specialize in rare coins. Either way, make sure you're working with someone reputable. Scene shows images of auctions and a handshake between a seller and buyer. Step 4. Negotiate a fair price. Selling your coin is a big deal, so don't be afraid to negotiate. Be realistic about your coin's grade and condition, but also remember that you're dealing with a rare piece of history. Don't let anyone undervalue your nickel. Scene transition to a warning screen with text. Avoid these mistakes. Before we wrap up, let's go over some common mistakes to avoid when selling your 1978 D Jefferson nickel. List of mistakes appears on screen as host talks. First, don't assume your coin is worth millions just because it's from 1978. It all depends on its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. Don't get too excited and rush into selling without knowing the true value. Second, don't clean your coin. Cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce its value. Always keep your coins in the condition you found them in and let a professional handle any cleaning or preservation. Finally, don't settle for the first offer you get. Be patient and make sure you're getting the best deal possible. Scene transitions back to host holding up the 1978 D Jefferson nickel. So, there you have it. The 1978 D Jefferson nickel, possibly worth $1.3 million if it's in the right condition. If you love coins, rare finds, and making serious money from hidden treasures, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about an incredibly valuable coin, the 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, which has recently been valued at an astonishing $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. This humble nickel could be worth a fortune. Stick around as we uncover the story behind this rare coin and how you might just have one sitting in your collection. Cut to the host sitting at a desk with the coin displayed. First, let's talk about the 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, one of the most fascinating coins to emerge in the 21st century. This coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, as well as an image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, on the reverse. What makes this coin special isn't the design. It's a small but incredibly significant minting error that sets it apart. Cut to the close-up of the coin's front and back. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the P mint mark can be found just below Jefferson's portrait. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Monticello nickel from 2006, in most cases, looks like any other nickel. But what happened with this specific issue was a mistake in the minting process, leading to a small but noticeable defect. Unlike most coins that are worth face value or a little extra, this particular 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel carries an error that causes it to stand out. The error isn't obvious at first glance. So many collectors and even dealers missed it when it first appeared in circulation. However, this minting flaw makes the coin significantly rarer and far more valuable. Show close-up of the coin highlighting the error. This rare coin was struck with a slight but noticeable doubling of the date, creating a double image of 2006 on the coin. This defect, while subtle, can dramatically increase its worth. The additional doubling is what makes this nickel worth such a huge amount today. Now, you may be wondering, why is a coin that seems so simple worth $1.2 million? To understand that, we need to look at the rarity and demand for this coin. Rarity is key in the world of numismatics, or coin collecting. When a minting error like this one occurs, only a handful of coins with this flaw are typically released into circulation, and over time, fewer of them remain in good condition. As collectors seek out rare coins to add to their collections, these specific nickels become prized possessions. Cut to images of auction houses, coin collections, and collectors. At a recent auction, a 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel with this doubling error was sold for a staggering $1.2 million, shocking even seasoned collectors. What's fascinating is that the coin sold for so much due to its rarity, the fact that it's in excellent condition, and the specific error it carries. So, how can you identify if you have one of these million-dollar coins? Great question. The first thing you want to do is check the date and mint mark. If you have a 2006 nickel, look closely at the 2006 on the obverse of the coin. If the numbers appear to be doubled or have a faint shadow version of themselves, you could be holding on to a rare gem. Show a side-by-side comparison of a normal 2006 nickel versus a 2006 P with the doubling error. Next, take a close look at the Monticello building on the reverse. Some of these nickels also exhibit a weak strike in the image of Monticello, which could add to their value. But the key feature is definitely the doubling of the date, so make sure you're inspecting it carefully. Alright, so you've checked your coin and discovered that you have the rare 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel with the doubling error. What's next? How do you sell it for top dollar? Cut to a graphic listing steps. 1. Get it certified. 2. Find a reputable dealer. 3. Consider an auction. The first thing you'll want to do is get the coin certified by a professional grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A certified coin is much more valuable because collectors know it's authentic and accurately graded. Once you have the coin certified, it's time to find a reputable coin dealer or auction house. For rare coins like this one, you'll want to connect with an expert who understands its true value. If you're just starting out in coin collecting or have a collection of older coins, this could be the perfect time to take a second look at your stash. Coins like the 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel are just one example of how certain coins can dramatically appreciate in value over time. While you may not have a million-dollar nickel, many other rare coins from the 20th century and beyond can also fetch significant sums. Cut to a wide shot of various collectible coins. Investing in rare coins can be a smart way to preserve wealth and even turn a profit in the future. And it's not just about finding coins with minting errors. Vintage coins, limited editions, and even well-preserved older coins can be worth far more than you expect. So, there you have it. The 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, with its doubling error, is a rare find that could be worth $1.2 million. If you've got one, or if you're curious about other valuable coins in your collection, it's time to start searching. Coin collecting is not only an exciting hobby, but also a potential goldmine if you know what to look for. Host smiles, looking at the camera. Thanks for watching today's video. The channel. If you've been holding on to your old change, today's video is going to blow your mind. Imagine having a coin worth millions of dollars sitting in your pocket. Well, today we're talking about the 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that is currently valued at an eye-popping $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.5 million. Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. First, let's take a quick look at the 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. As the name suggests, this nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and it features two iconic images, President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the famous Monticello building on the reverse. These coins were part of the regular circulation, but here's the thing. Only a small percentage of them had the rare characteristics that make them worth a fortune today. The Monticello nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, but it's the 1989 version, in particular, that has caught the eyes of collectors and investors. So, what makes the 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel so special? Well, there are a couple of rare and valuable factors at play here. First, let's talk about the condition of the coin. In order for this nickel to fetch a price as high as $1.5 million, it has to be in mint condition, meaning no wear or damage to the design. The details have to be sharp, and it must show minimal signs of circulation. Coins that are in perfect condition, especially those with no scratches, blemishes, or tarnish, are highly sought after. And that's not all. The 1989 P Monticello nickel also has a rare variety. Some of these coins have unique characteristics that set them apart from others, like doubling or misstruck errors. These errors can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Now, here's where it gets even more exciting. One of the key features that can make this nickel worth $1.5 million is a rare error known as the double die variety. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing certain features of the design, like the numbers and letters, to appear blurry or double-imaged. For the 1989 P Monticello nickel, this error is incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for a specimen in good condition. Take a look at the word Liberty and the year 1989 on some of these rare examples. You'll notice a subtle doubling effect that makes the coin stand out. If you find one of these, you're holding a small fortune in your hands. So, how do you identify the 1989 P Monticello nickel that could be worth millions? First, check for the mint mark. If it's a P, that means it was minted in Philadelphia, and it's the coin we're talking about today. Next, examine the coin for any unusual doubling in the design. Look closely at the word Liberty in the year 1989. If you see any signs of doubling, you might just have a coin worth a lot more than 5 cents. Additionally, check the overall condition. Coins that are graded as mint state or MS 65 or higher have the best chance of fetching top dollar. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the current market value. A regular 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel in average condition is worth face value, 5 cents. But if you have one with that double die error or in mint condition, it could be worth upwards of $1.5 million. And this is no exaggeration. These coins have sold for staggering amounts at auction, especially if they have the doubling error. Even without errors, a coin in pristine condition can still fetch 6 figures. So, if you're one of the lucky few who has one of these rare nickels, it's time to cash in. If you think you might have this rare 1989 P Monticello nickel in your collection, don't just sit on it. Get it professionally graded and then consider selling it. Reputable coin dealers, auction houses, and even online marketplaces like eBay can help you find the right buyer. But remember, always get an expert's opinion on the condition and rarity of your coin before you sell. And don't forget, a professional grade from a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC can really boost the value of your coin. So if you've got one of these coins, it's time to act fast and possibly turn your nickel into a fortune. That's it for today, folks. I hope this video has inspired you to dig through your coin jar and check for this rare 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you're someone who loves collecting coins, or if you've got old coins lying around and you're wondering what they might be worth, today's episode is for you. Now, imagine having a nickel, a simple 5-cent coin, that's worth a staggering $1.6 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, today we're diving into the 1995 P Monticello Jefferson nickel and uncovering how this unassuming coin could make you a millionaire. Here's a close-up look at the coin in question. You might not think much of it at first glance, but this coin, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, has earned its spot in the world of rare and valuable coins. So, stick around, because we're going to break down exactly why this 1995 P Monticello Jefferson nickel is so incredibly valuable. First, let's take a closer look at the features of this coin. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, and it features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. But in 1995, the Mint produced a coin that had something extra special, an error in its production. As you can see, the obverse displays Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. But the magic of the 1995 P Monticello nickel is found on the reverse. This side features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, with a design that was meant to be relatively simple. However, it's the production error that makes this coin stand out. So, why exactly is this coin so valuable? The main reason is the mint mark, or rather, the lack of one. Normally, the mint mark on coins produced in Philadelphia is absent, and on other coins, it's marked with a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But in 1995, some of the Monticello nickels were minted with the P mint mark, a mint mark that is very rare for a nickel produced in Philadelphia. Here's where the mistake happened. The P mint mark was not supposed to be used on the Jefferson nickel. In fact, it was meant for pennies, dimes, and other coins, but not for nickels. This resulted in a very limited number of coins with the P mint mark, making them incredibly rare. Now, let's get into the big question. Why is this coin worth such a jaw-dropping amount of money? $1.6 million? The rarity of the 1995 P Jefferson nickel is what drives its value. According to experts, the 1995 P nickel was a mistake, and only a handful of these error coins have been discovered in circulation. This makes the 1995 P Jefferson nickel highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. While most of us might have tossed these coins into our pocket change, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this rare error. Coins like this one don't just sit in coin jars. They get auctioned off, and when they do, they can fetch millions. The 1995 P nickel has even been sold at auction for over $1.6 million. That's a serious payout for just one nickel. Now, you might be thinking, how do I know if I have one of these rare coins? It's actually pretty simple to identify, but it requires a close look. First, check for the mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. If you see a P right next to Monticello, then you have the rare version we're talking about. Be sure to inspect the mint mark carefully, as a worn or faint mint mark can sometimes make it tricky to spot. If it's there, you've got a rare coin on your hands. So, let's say you've found a 1995 P Jefferson nickel in your collection or your pocket change. What's next? Well, if you believe it might be the rare version, it's time to get it appraised. The best course of action is to take it to a professional coin appraiser or a reputable coin dealer who can help verify its authenticity and condition. The value of coins like this can fluctuate based on their condition, so make sure to get an expert opinion before trying to sell it. If you're lucky enough to have a rare coin, you'll want to take extra care to preserve its value. Use a coin holder, like this one, to keep your coin in mint condition. Avoid touching it with your bare hands, as oils and dirt can damage the coin over time. Storing your coins in a safe place away from direct sunlight and humidity is essential. The more well-preserved your coin, the more valuable it will be when it's time to sell. Coin collecting is a fascinating hobby and, as you can see, it can be a highly profitable one as well. Whether you're looking for rare nickels, pennies, or dimes, there are still many opportunities to find valuable coins hiding in your collections. So, if you've got coins from your past or if you're just starting your collection, always keep an eye out for those rare, error coins. They might just be the ticket to a small fortune. Thank you so much for joining me today.